The handsome and charming Lucifer, the king of hell, never fails to entertain us, whether he is transforming into his true self or just being sarcastically funny. He is the reason the show is so popular. With 5 seasons and counting, you bet there are some great moments on the show. So we are going to talk about the moments where everyone was left in shock, or the 10 Lucifer moments that surprised everyone. Let's begin. Number 10. Maze finds her mother. If you watch season 5 so far, you know there are major shocking scenes happening. But the one that really caught everyone off guard was the scene when Maze finally meets her mother. She discovered that her mother, Lilith, has been living on Earth for decades, and that Lucifer knew about it. Furious about the secret that has been kept from her, she managed to find her mother, address, and confront her. But things didn't go as she expected them to go. Once she introduced herself to Lilith, she saw she wanted nothing to do with her, ending this short reunion with feelings of rage and abandonment. After years of questioning about Maze's backstory, fans finally have some insight about it, and they were right to be surprised by this scene. Number 9. Lucifer's father comes home. After spending 4 seasons listening to Lucifer talking about his father, we finally had the honor of meeting him. This scene was so unexpected that even Lucifer was surprised. Given their past, we weren't sure if his father would ever make a debut on the show, but seeing his 3 angelic sons fight definitely made him appear. Having a brutal fight between Lucifer, his twin Michael, Amenadiel, and Maze is what made him bless us with his appearance. The entire scene was made to perfection, that we can still hear God saying, "That's enough." With that line, the 3 sons immediately knew who was talking, and all of them stared with shock. Introducing Lucifer's father into the show is going to be a new way of learning more about God. Number 8. Eve kills Father KINLEY. After Lucifer breaks things off with Eve, it has become clear that she would do whatever it takes to get him back. She was left heartbroken and desperate, that she even wanted to open the gates to hell and allow all of the demons into the world to reclaim their king. But opening the gates to hell is not as easy as it seems. Trying to bring a demon into the world requires a dead body so the demon can take over the body. So when Father KINLEY attacks her in order to stop the prophecy, she manages to fight back and kills him in self-defense. Definitely a moment no one thought would happen. And that Eve was determined to win back Lucifer no matter the cost.
You know, someone who's about to die, and it's...
Number 7. Linda is pregnant. Throughout the seasons, the relationship between Linda and Amenadiel was teased quite a lot. But as season 4 came, no one would expect that their short relationship would quickly move up on a new level. Finding out that Linda was pregnant was a huge shock for the viewers, since this was the first time a celestial impregnated a human. Linda was in complete shock, but after a short talk with Amenadiel, they came at peace with it, only to later be in shock again. Linda later on found out that not only was she carrying a baby, she could be potentially pregnant with an angelic baby with wings. This scene was definitely not one that we would expect to be happening, and it really left us surprised and with a lot of unanswered questions.
Okay, ready to see your baby?
Maze! Maze, maze, maze. It's just ultrasound gel.
Number 6. Michael's entrance. So far, we already knew that Lucifer had a twin brother that lived on Earth. But up until season 5, there was no sign of him whatsoever. Well, up until now. The role of Michael was spoiled into the season 5 trailer, and fans were stoked that he was finally making his debut on the show. And what better way to introduce a character than with a crazy, badass scene? After Lucifer goes to hell, Maze catches him in his apartment and is livid at why he didn't take her to hell. But little does she know, that isn't Lucifer. Finally, Michael comes into the show as his twin brother, determined to ruin his reputation and proving he hasn't changed. It was truly extremely shocking scene for everyone.
I'm Mazikeen. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael.
Number 5. Dan finds out about Lucifer. We just talked about how Michael was introduced into the show, and how his only goal was to show Lucifer's true colors and turn everyone against him. Well, that is exactly what happened when Dan saw that Lucifer is actually a devil. Michael managed to make Dan turn back by impersonating his brother on the phone. And as soon as Dan went back, he saw Lucifer's devil face. Michael proceeded to turn Dan on his side and manipulate him into killing Lucifer. After figuring things out, Dan tries to put a bullet in his chest, proving to Chloe that he is a devil. Only for that to backfire to him when he learns that Chloe has known this the whole time. Number 4. Lucifer sends his mom away. One of the most surprising scenes out there, and probably one of the saddest, is when Lucifer decides to send his mom away. 5 years after abandoning Lucifer, his mother, Goddess, decided to leave hell and go on Earth to try and find him, thinking that God sent Lucifer on Earth and left her in hell. After she learned that Lucifer wants to stay on Earth, but she wants both of them to go back to hell, Lucifer decides it's time to stop all the chaos and send his mom away to create a different world and for him to stay on Earth. The scene not only was jaw-dropping, but how Lucifer could send her away. It was also sad to see how much it hurt him to do that.
Please, I just want a chance to start over.
Going home?
Number 3. Chloe finds out the truth about Lucifer. Going back to one of the most surprising scenes in Lucifer, the moment when Chloe found out that he is the devil. This scene was long awaited among fans, given that up until season 5, most people have seen Lucifer's true face. But Chloe actually saw it for the first time in the season 3 finale. After Chloe was shot, he was trying to protect her with his wings and flying her to a safe place. He then returned to the guy who shot her and took the job in his hands, but unaware that Chloe had witnessed everything, including his devil face. The scene ended with a moment when Lucifer and the detective look at each other in shock, trying to process what is happening.
Detective?
It's all true.
Number 2. Demons arrive on Earth. After Eve decided that she wanted to win over Lucifer and go back to hell with him and become his queen, her plan was missing just one thing. How would she get him to go back to hell? The plan was that she would open the gates and let the demons come on Earth and reclaim their king back. After 2 demons arrived on Earth, they continued murdering people in order for their new demons to arrive. They even managed to betray Eve and take Charlie in order for Lucifer to head back with them. After a long fight, they saved Charlie, and as soon as Chloe arrived, more demons showed up and nearly killed Chloe. Lucifer was forced to unleash his true form, forcing them to return. Number 1. Lucifer returns to hell. After the entire incident with the demons, Lucifer, who didn't even thought about going back to hell, had the realization that going back might be the best thing he needs to do right now in order to keep everyone in control. The season 4 cliffhanger was a huge shock to anyone who watched it, and fans were wondering if this means an end to the show. The last scenes show Lucifer and Chloe saying goodbye, and the next thing you know, Lucifer is sitting in the king's throne in hell, trying to stay on top of every situation. This has got to be the number 1 scene that left viewers with a ton of unanswered questions. But don't worry, Season 5 gives you all of those answers if you haven't watched it already.
My first love was never Eve. It was you, Chloe.
On a related note, we wanted to know which one of these moments surprised you the most. Are there any moments we forgot to mention? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.